Now, on Sunrise and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, the pretrial hearing for Fernando Acosta Jr. is set for Tuesday morning in Bay City. And a 47-year-old is in the Detroit County Jail in lieu of a $150,000 bond. Plus, presidential hopefuls out in full force to make their final pitches.
And we got lots of winter warnings and advisory out there right now, prompting an alert day for today and tomorrow. Take a look at the weather coming up.
Well, we know the Texans won, but how about the Dallas Cowboys? All have that in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain.
And I'm Parker Cox.
And today it's the 15th day of January 2024. The time is now 6:31 on our Monday morning, and it is MLK Day, and it's also Elementary School Teacher Day.
Ooh, both very fun days, Carolina.
Yes, and I'm just thinking about my my favorite elementary school teacher. They're all wonderful, but Miss Herman really sticks out. She was my kindergarten teacher.
Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna have to go with my math teacher from second grade. Oh gosh, I can't remember which grade it was.
Do you know her name?
Oh gosh, it's been so long. It's been so long.
Well,
I apologize. If you're somehow watching this, I'm sorry.
We're so thankful for all you educators out there.
Absolutely, very grateful.
Well, Parker, is it true? Are we really going to get possible freezing rain?
Yes,
Come
it is
on,
true.
Parker.
I know. I really don't want to say it because believe me, Carolina, I do not like the cold. I'm a warm-bodied person. I like it. It's nice 100 degrees out there this summer, but if you're waking up to us right now or you're just tuning in, look at a live look at Eastern Victoria, where it is quite the opposite of what I was just saying. 24 degrees out there right now here at the Crossroads. In fact, we actually broke our record. Record was 25 degrees. That's the record low, that is. By 1 degree, we broke that record. But the dew point, though, just 3 degrees off from that temperature, got an 88% humidity. That's actually what's driving up those chances for that freezing rain with some very windy conditions out there as well. 20 mile an hour north, 20 miles out of the north with gusts up to 25 right now possible. So we've got those wind chills are probably in the teens right now. Very chilly morning out there. In fact, looking across the board, all of us in the 20s this morning, and maybe along the coast, y'all in the upper 20s and low 30s, just barely below freezing. But those temperatures, they're going to stick with us for the rest of the day, tomorrow and Wednesday as well. Take a look at today. We might not even break freezing today. That's the craziest part of today. If we do break freezing, it'll be like maybe about an hour at the very max. But I don't think we're going to break freezing today. Actually, I want to go back to this. I want to show you what the temperature is going to drop to tonight. Tonight, big talk tonight, dropping into the low 20s, and some of us in the upper teens tonight with wind chills. Where are they going to be at? In the upper single digits. It's going to be very cold overnight tonight and tomorrow night. But look at those freezing rain chances because we look at the live Doppler right now. Still, like I was saying, because it's freezing out there, below freezing, that is, lots of us might see some freezing rain. Got a couple of them coming up just north of Victoria, also coming just south of Karnes City, but a couple of them out there are going to become more widespread going into the later morning. And we'll take a look at that and more in just a few more moments. Back to you, Carolina.
Thank you, Parker. The pretrial hearing for Fernando Acosta Jr. is set for Tuesday in Bay City. He's accused in the death of Amanda Johnson with a murder trial date set for February 26th. On April 18, 2021, the Matagorda County Sheriff's Office found human remains in a burned-out 2018 Ford Explorer and confirmed the remains were those of Johnson, who has 2 children. Acosta is indicted on charges of tampering with evidence, abuse of a corpse, and murder. He's also out on a $500,000 bond. Now to the deadly hot air balloon crash in Arizona, about 65 miles from Phoenix, in an area known as the skydiving capital of the world. This morning, we're learning a young nurse is among the 4 people killed.
The NTSB and the FAA are investigating what caused this hot air balloon to crash in a desert area 65 miles southeast of Phoenix, Arizona, killing 4 and leaving 1 fighting for their life.
This is sad. This is sad.
Sunday morning, police believe 13 people initially went up in the hot air balloon in Eloy, an area popular for skydiving. 8 of them were skydivers, and before the crash, they successfully jumped out. But that left the pilot and 4 others inside the basket, the gondola, when something went wrong. There are reports that the balloon was deflated and coming straight down before a hard impact. And ABC affiliate KNXV is reporting the pilot is among the dead.
Shortly thereafter, something catastrophic occurred with the balloon, causing it to crash to the ground.
They saw the last 10 seconds before the impact, and they said that the material of the balloon portion was just straight up.
Our affiliate also talked to family members who say one of the victims was 28-year-old Katie Bartram from Indiana. Her family says she just became a registered nurse last year and went to Arizona with her friends for adventure and skydiving.
She was a beautiful person. She recently became an RN and was making it on her own.
The mayor of Eloy says the area is a popular location for skydivers. He describes it as very well known and loved among enthusiasts, and that when something like this happens in the community, it affects everyone. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
47-year-old Carrie Matthews is at the Victoria County Jail in lieu of a $150,000 bond. She faces theft of property charges in the amount of at least $150,000 and the misapplication of property of at least $150,000. Presidential hopefuls out in full force to make their final pitches. Governor Ron DeSantis started out his day alongside his family at a meet and greet in Dubuque. Meanwhile, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley was on the stump in Ames, Iowa, where she received a warm welcome from Iowa Senator Joni Ernst. And businessman Vivek Ramaswamy was on his second stop of the day in Ames, speaking to a packed room to deliver his message. And Donald Trump closed out his Iowa campaign with one final rally, urging supporters not to let cold or complacency keep them from caucusing. Millions of people in the U.S. are under winter weather advisories or warnings. Dangerously cold wind, freezing rain, and heavy snow are predicted for much of the U.S. into the new week. Another surge of Arctic air is expected to drop south over the Midwest and northern plain states, bringing potentially hazardous weather by midweek. The weather in Iowa having an effect on campaign events, with several canceled ahead of today's caucuses. Des Moines is forecasted to have wind chills between -20 and -30 tomorrow. That leads us to today's viewer poll. We want to know, did you leave your faucets dripping overnight? Okay, let's take a look. 63% of you say yes, that's more than the last half hour. Thank you for taking part in this morning's viewer poll. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. The time is now 6:38 on our Monday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up on 25 News Now Sunrise. A principal that was critically injured in an Iowa high school shooting has passed away.
I'm ABC's Em Nguyen in Des Moines, Iowa. The caucuses are here. What candidates are doing in their last-ditch effort to appeal to voters coming up.
And also coming up after break, we'll take another look at those chances and the timing of that freezing rain. And also later on Sunrise, we'll take another look at those winter warnings that are in effect. Well, good morning, Crossroads. If you're all tuning in with us this morning, you're looking at a live look at Cuero, where it looks like they just got some of that freezing rain we've been talking about. As you can see, a little bit of water on the camera right there. It looks like it might have melted or maybe refroze right over, because it is still below freezing, plenty below freezing, 20 degrees up there in the Cuero Gonzales area. But with a dew point just 2 degrees off of the temperature, that's why we got that chance of freezing rain, because they got a 92% humidity up there. In fact, if you take a look at that live Doppler right now, like I said, they just got some showers up there in Cuero, freezing rain showers that is. But as you look around the area, got a couple other areas that might have some freezing rain, like for example, Port Lavaca, y'all might see some freezing rain in the next maybe 15-20 minutes or so is my guess. Wharton, y'all as well might see some as well, but we're really going to expect those showers to really pick up going into later this morning. As you take a look at future tracker here, like I said, probably expecting by the mid to late morning, by around 10 a.m. you can see plenty of widespread freezing rain showers out there, but really going to end by the early afternoon. As you can see here by 2 p.m. finally out of our area. And for today and tomorrow, I have an alert day issue, because we're going to be dropping to the low 20s overnight tonight and tomorrow, maybe even the upper teens, which would be crazy. But we're going to have some warmer weather the rest of this week, and we'll take a look at that and more in just a few more moments. Back to you, Kiana.
Thank you, Parker. With some highlights from the Cowboys game, here's sports reporter Zach Brown.
The Dallas Cowboys undefeated at home this year, looking for that same fortune, playing host to Green Bay in the wild card round. The Packers already up 14-0 in the second quarter, trying to blow the doors off AT&T Stadium. Jordan Love to Dontavian Wicks makes it 20-0. The extra point was missed, but Dallas suddenly desperate, and this is exactly what the doctor did not order. He's done a great job of protecting the ball all year. but the worst time for that to happen. Dallas down 27-7 going into the half, but had some life trying to mount a comeback down 18 in the third. This play pretty much did it. Blown coverage, the Packers go on to win 48-32, and it did not feel that close. This game, a shocker to everyone.
I don't think anybody saw this coming. I mean, you got to give Green Bay credit. They came in there hot, and this, when you saw on film over the past month, they executed and we didn't. So we didn't get it done in any of the phases. And then, we're hurting, we're disappointed, every man.
Might be a knee-jerk reaction, but lots of people wondering if Mike McCarthy is the coach next year. And how's this for a stat? Since 2002, the Houston Texans, 5 playoff victories, the Dallas Cowboys, 4. With your 25 Sports Now, I'm Zach Brown.
All right, Zach, thank you. We want to invite y'all to experience our Crossroads Today Plus app. You can find it on your connected TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. Now to tonight's Iowa caucus, where months of campaigning have led up to this point. Candidates are out in full force today as the state continues to get slammed by the frigid cold. Former President Trump making his final pitch to voters while tempering expectations of his predicted landslide victory. Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis in a separate race for second.
Kicking off this election year after months of campaigning, the first in the nation Iowa caucuses. Sub-zero temperatures and blustery winds still slamming the Hawkeye state. GOP frontrunner Donald Trump rallying Sunday, downplaying the weather.
It's all indoors, so you're not going to have to worry about that.
The former president, who faces 91 criminal charges, imploring his supporters to deliver him a decisive victory.
The big event at 7 o'clock. And hopefully we're going to have some tremendous numbers.
Trump holding a dominant 28-point lead in a new Des Moines Register NBC News poll. Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis now in a heated race for second place. Haley with their Eva Pilgrim.
What I love about the poll is I was the only one going up and everybody else was going down.
Haley canceling an event Sunday with DeSantis nearby, still in person, pushing the idea that he, not Haley, is the only candidate who can beat Trump.
She cannot win conservative or core voters, Republicans. She's trying to win, people in the other party.
In Des Moines, his supporters going door to door, trying to win over new voters as his poll numbers decline.
Got another one.
Former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson still in the race, but polling in the single digits, criticizing the other presidential hopefuls for not aiming their attacks at Trump.
Candidates that think they're going to win without taking on Donald Trump, they're behind 28 points in the polls. So we'll see what strategy works.
The caucuses begin tonight with the power to reshape a presidential race. Here in the media room, media outlets from across the globe will be able to see results and report them out in real time. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Des Moines, Iowa.
The principal that was critically injured in an Iowa high school shooting has passed away. Longtime Perry High School principal Dan Marburger passed away early Sunday morning. His wife Elizabeth shared the news on a GoFundMe page that was created to assist the family with medical expenses. Marburger had been hospitalized for 10 days after he stepped in on January 4th to protect his students against the school shooter. He sustained serious injuries while ensuring staff and students were able to exit the building. The time is now 6:45 on our Monday morning. Still to come, the so-called Gilgo Beach serial killer facing new charges. Okay, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Connie Rocha from her husband, daughters, and son, and all her grandchildren. We love you so much.
Oh, happy birthday, Connie. And happy 20th birthday to Mariana from Elliot and Mom. We love you so, so much.
And happy birthday to Karen. Happy birthday, Mom. We love you so much. From Austin and Audie and Trey and Madison and the family.
And happy birthday to Mr. Worldwide to Infinity. Today is Pitbull's birthday. The American rapper, singer, songwriter, and businessman and actor is turning 43 today. Happy birthday, Pitbull. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, come to crossroadstoday.com. Click on More, and under Home, you see KAVU to submit your birthday.
And the time, let's take a look at the clock. It's 6:46 on our Monday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today.
Yes, happy birthday. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. It is a very, very cold morning out there, starting out in the low 20s for some of us. In fact, that actually broke our record. Our record, all-time low record, was 25 degrees, and we just broke it. But yesterday, got to 28 degrees late at night and got to warm 51 degrees. But right now, like I said, starting out most of us in the mid to low 20s this morning, especially along the coast. You are along the upper 20s and low 30s this morning. But like I said, that record low temperature has been broken, and it's going to stay like that for the rest of the day. And maybe we might not even break freezing. And when I say break freezing, I'm saying we might not even get over the 32-degree freezing mark today. So sticking around 32 degrees freezing the entire day, not even break it, but dropping into the low 20s and the teens overnight tonight. And that's actually what's prompting a freeze warning for most, or I think honestly, all these counties should be in that freeze warning. And it's also not just a freeze warning, but a wind chill warning as well, because those wind chills are going to be in the upper single digits and the low teens, prompting an alert day for here on the Crossroads for today and tomorrow, because those temperatures are going to drop to the low 20s. So make sure to wrap those pipes and keep your plants and animals nice and safe. And we'll take a look at those temperatures and more in just a few more moments. Back to you, Kiana.
Thank you, Parker. Now to the so-called Gilgo Beach serial killer, who's now expected to face charges in the murder of another woman in New York.
This morning, alleged Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann is expected to be charged in the death of a fourth woman in New York. Heuermann was already the prime suspect in the killing of Maureen Brainard Barnes. The 25-year-old seemingly vanished in 2007. Her remains found in a marshy area near Gilgo Beach 3 years later, wrapped with a belt, which had a buckle bearing the initials WH, possibly standing for Heuermann's father. Now, sources say prosecutors are preparing to announce that a grand jury has returned an indictment formally charging Heuermann with Brainard Barnes' murder when he returns to court tomorrow.
So there's a lot of evidence we had, but they weren't ready to charge. So now we're 6 months into it, a long time for investigators to work at, and apparently they forwarded the case, so they're going forward Tuesday morning.
Heuermann is already charged with killing 3 women, their bodies found wrapped in burlap on Long Island's South Shore. He's pleaded not guilty to killing Megan Waterman, Melissa Barthelemy, and Amber Costello. All 3 were found dead in December 2010.
It's bittersweet because I know the details of her death. She was just a normal person, and that she had a normal, loving heart, just like any person that you walk down next to on the sidewalk, and she didn't deserve this.
Investigators spent days searching Heuermann's home over the summer, seizing his cell phone, office storage unit, and even zeroed in on this pizza box, collecting what they say is a critical piece of DNA evidence. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
There are 6 other women whose bodies were found near Gilgo Beach. Those deaths remain unsolved. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. ERCOT asking Texans to conserve energy. ERCOT is asking Texans to conserve energy as freezing temperatures are expected to continue in the coming days. Citing the winter weather, high demand, and unseasonably low wind, ERCOT asking residents to conserve electricity use between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. today. So we're in that time period right now. As the organization is expecting operating reserves to be low during these hours. The request may be extended as the conditions are expected to be around Tuesday morning. Some areas have announced school closures and delays due to the incoming cold snap. Arctic air arrived in North Texas on Saturday afternoon, and freezing rain and sleet began on Sunday into this morning. So today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and the MLK March and program are set to begin at 10 a.m. It's all going to start at the MLK Park at 3808 Calais Street, and it's going to end at St. Peter's Baptist Church, where the program celebrating MLK will take place. Guest speaker and civil rights attorney Matthew Manning will be attending the program. And a quick reminder, the Food Bank of the Golden Crescent has rescheduled their food distribution to January 25th. It's going to be at their Southside mobile distribution location. You can call Connie at 361-578-0591 for more information. And all Yorktown ISD classes and after-school activities are canceled for today. The school board meeting that was scheduled for 7:30 today was also canceled. The decision regarding tomorrow's activities will be made by 3 p.m. today. The race for mayor continues with early voting starting this week on Wednesday, and it runs through January 30th. Candidates include Carissa Winters, Josephine Solis, Peter Brown, Robert Bob Constantine, Jacob Sauceda, and Dwayne Crocker. Join us Saturday, February 3rd for complete coverage of the special mayoral election. All right, and we have an update on the warming centers. The First United Methodist Church, they opened at 2 p.m. yesterday, and they're going to close at 8 a.m. Wednesday. And over at the Salvation Army of Victoria, they open their center anytime the temperature drops below 35 degrees or below 30 degrees in wind chill, and that's going to be open from 4:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. And a reminder, the Texas Power Grid operator asking residents to conserve power today from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're in that time period right now. So if you're not using any large appliances, just go ahead and disconnect them. You'll not only save on your power bill, but you'll help out your fellow Texans as well. Read this story by the Texas Tribune on our website, crossroadstoday.com. And we want to invite you to experience our new digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. And now let's get a final check of our forecast with Parker. Parker, freezing rain today?
Yeah, freezing rain. In fact, there's all kinds of winter weather going on out there, except for snow. That's the only thing that we're not seeing. But if y'all tuning in and looking at a live look at Eastern Victoria, we look like it's starting to pick up out there in busyness, but very chilly, 23 degrees out there right now, with the dew point or humidity at 92%, which is actually driving up the chance of freezing rain. Take a look at your live radar right now. A couple of really light freezing showers out there coming into Port Lavaca, Victoria as well, Cuero, but a good majority of us are expecting to see some freezing rain, especially later this morning. Let's take a look at your future track here. Thinking those showers are going to start picking up, becoming more widespread going into the mid to late morning, but going into the early afternoon, finally out of our area. So that's good news. But make sure to please wrap your pipes, cover your, actually want to keep your pets and your plants nice and warm, because it's going to be very cold tonight, dropping to the low 20s tonight. And make sure to shut down your sprinklers as well. And I've issued an alert day for today and tomorrow because we've got some very cold, I don't know what's going on, I got the wrong thing up there. In other words, it is going to be very cold tonight, going to drop into the low 20s tonight, tomorrow night as well, which is why I have an alert day issued for today and tomorrow. And those wind chills, they're going to be in the teens, Carolina. Very cold out there, Carolina.
I'm going to have to rush Sparty while he goes outside.
Absolutely. I don't know what's up with my forecast graphic there. I have to change that. But.
You're fine, Parker. Thank you for your forecast, and we hope everyone stays safe out there. Conserve that energy. Disconnect those appliances if you're not using them. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today, and join Karina, Dawn, Mac, and Zach today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.